Hi everyone, I'm Miss Stalnaker and I'm going to be reading Chapter 11 of Billy Shore, Kid Entrepreneur. Chapter 11, The Ante-Thief Revealed. As I race over to the office on my bike, my mind's spinning even faster than my wheels. Who gave me the blueprints? Mom? Dad? Emily? Philo? A ghost? Or does Manny know who did it because he did it himself? I've got the sibling silencer blueprints in my backpack, which bounces against my back as I pedal as hard as I can. I arrive at the office and the wheel of my bike right in through the side of the door we use as our only entrance and exit. I immediately ask, "Who did it?" Manny doesn't even look up from his laptop. Who did what? I guess he thinks this is funny. I feel like whacking him over the head with the blueprints until he spills the beans. I hold myself back. You know what? Who put the blueprints for the sibling silencer on my desk last night and set off the alarm and then mysteriously disappeared? Manny spins around in his desk chair and pretends he just now remembers what I'm talking about. Oh, that! Right! Would you like to meet the person who did all that? I look around the office wildly. Is my mom here? Or someone else? I don't see anybody, and there aren't really any good hiding places in the office. I guess you could crouch under the pinball machine, but you'd still be easy to spot, and I'm not spotting anyone. Yeah, I say, walking quickly over to him. I would very much like to meet him, or her, or it, if it's some kind of robot alien mutant creature. Just tell me who left the blueprints in my room. Manny smiles. You did. I just stand there for a few seconds, stunned. What? I manage to stammer. You did it, Manny repeats. You drew up the sibling silencer blueprints and left them on your desk. You drew up the all ball blueprints, too. Manny, last night I went to sleep and there were no blueprints. I woke up and there were blueprints. How could it possibly have been me? Here, he says, turning back to his computer. I'll show you. He clicks on a video. Hey, that's my room, I say. It's dark. There's kind of an eerie green glow, but I can make out my desk. Then a figure slowly moves into the shot. It's me. As I watch in complete amazement, I see myself sit at my desk, busily writing on blue print paper. I'm using my left hand, I say. I know, Manny says. It seems that when you're awake, you're right handed, but when you're asleep, you're left handed. As far as superpowers go, it's not the most exciting. The video goes on for quite a while, with me sitting at my desk, writing blueprints. I'm going to fast forward to the important part, Manny says. He does, and in the video, I make a little jerky movement as I write in fast motion. Then he puts it back on regular speed. Watch, here it comes. In the video, I finish writing. I stand up and walk back to my bed. I never tripped the alarm. But you knew where the string was. After all, you're the one who set up the trap. I watch myself get in bed. Philo wakes up. He stands and walks around the room. He passes by my desk. The alarm goes off. The lights snap on. By the time I sit up in bed, Philo's just sitting in the middle of the room. Manny shuts off the video. I don't get it, I say. I sleepwalk and I sleep invent? Is that even a thing? Apparently it is, Manny says, nodding. And you do a really good job of it too. But where did this video come from? I set up a webcam with night vision in your room and streamed the video to my computer. When? When you were setting up the alarm yesterday. You were concentrating so hard you didn't even notice. I guess sometimes I really can focus. But why did you do it? Manny took a deep breath and let it out. Well, I've known for a long time that you walk and talk in your sleep. After 6 years of sleepovers, you tend to pick up on details like that. Okay, so I sleepwalk sometimes, but sleep invent? I was sure you invented the all ball by yourself, and I knew you were going to crack the sibling silencer. But I knew you wouldn't believe it unless I had proof. The truth starts to sink in, and it feels good. I really did invent the all ball by myself, and now I invented the sibling silencer with Abby. Hey, we've got to tell Abby that I cracked the sibling silencer. Let's call her right now. We don't have to mention the part about the sleep inventing. Manny grins. All right, but first let me see those blueprints. I want to admire your latest sleep work. Abby's thrilled when she hears that I've figured out how to make the sibling silencer work. We don't tell her I finished it in my sleep. Some things are trade secrets. On the phone, she screams, "My invention, it's going to be a real thing!" In the background, we hear her brother Alan say, "And I'm going to use it on you." I can't help but think that parents are also going to love the sibling silencer because bickering kids will end up silencing each other. And Manny loves it because no family will be able to buy just one. Now that I've completed the blueprints, I get right to work making a prototype. Once I've ordered a few special parts and they've arrived, I'm able to put the sibling silencer together quickly, working in the office and the mini lab in my bedroom. As soon as I finish the prototype, I burst into Emily's room, hiding the sibling silencer behind my desk. "What are you doing in here?" she yells. "Didn't you ever hear of knocking? You can't just barge into my room whenever you feel like it. I'm telling Dad." I whip the sibling silencer out and take aim. "Don't you point that thing at me. I told you not to." Emily's mouth keeps moving, but no sound comes out. Eureka! It works! The device silences her beautifully. But of course, it doesn't stop her from jumping up off her bed and running straight at me, giving me a murderous look while still moving her mouth. I turn and run out of the house. In a few seconds, Emily's able to talk again. Even though I've run all the way down the street, I can still hear her screaming. "I am not your guinea pig for your stupid experiments. I am your vice president. You are not allowed to experiment on your vice president." Once Emily cools down, I make my way back to the house and cut around through the side yard to Dad's art studio in the back. "Dad?" I ask as I open the door and peek in. "Sorry to interrupt." "That's okay, Billy. Come on in." I'm done for the day, just washing my brushes. He's dunking paintbrushes in various jars of liquid and shaking them. "I wonder if you'd mind helping me test our latest invention." "Not at all. What do you need me to do?" "Just talk." "About what?" "Anything. How about cleaning your paintbrushes?" "You got it. Well, here I have a full jar of turpentine. So I take one of the brushes I used today and I and hit the button. Zoop. If that doesn't work, then I take this stiff metal brush and Thanks, Dad. That's it? That's it. I had to make sure the sibling silencer only silenced siblings. It didn't silence Dad, so that was a very good sign. He's a family member, but obviously he's not my sibling. I keep testing and refining the sibling silencer, trying to make it perfect. Manny finds a great manufacturer, and they assure us that we'll have a whole box of the product ready just in time for our appearance on Wake Up America. My dad even does some artwork for us to use on the boxes and in the ads. His pictures feature happy boys and girls using the sibling silencer to silence their nosy sisters and brothers. Finally, it's time to introduce the sibling silencer on Wake Up America. I fly back to New York, but this time I don't feel so nervous. Soon I'm standing backstage with another assistant's hand on my shoulder. I hear, "Let's meet Billy Shore, the 12-year-old inventor of the All Ball." The assistant gives me a gentle shove, and I walk out onto the set. It's bright, just like the Better Than Sleeping set. But this time there are two hosts, Bob Roberts and Cassidy Tyson. After we talk a little bit about the All Ball, Bob says, "So Billy, I understand you've got a new invention that you'd like to show us." "That's right," I say, reaching behind the couch to where I know they've put a few boxes of our new product. "It's called the Sibling Silencer." I put out a box and show it to them again. Dad's artwork looks great. I explain about Sure Thing's Next Big Thing contest, the sibling silencer, and how Abby came up with the idea, and then I helped figure it out. Bob and Cassidy laugh. "Does the sibling silencer do what I think it does?" Cassidy asks. "Would you like a demonstration?" I ask. "Absolutely," she says. "Emily, would you come out here, please?" Emily comes on stage. I realize that she's changed into a blue dress. I think her all black phase is over. I wonder what's going to come next. She smiles and gives the camera a little wave. I stand up and gesture toward Emily. "This is my sister, Emily." "Nice to meet you, Emily," says Cassidy. "Welcome." "Emily," I ask, though we've planned and rehearsed all this ahead of time, "would you yell at me a little, please?" "Certainly," Emily says politely. I'm not sure, but it almost sounds like she says it in a British accent. Strange. But then again, Emily is strange. She clears her throat, takes a deep breath, and starts doing what she does best, although definitely in a British accent. "Billy, did you go into my room today? Because if you set one stinking foot in my room, I'm going to shoot." Emily's mouth keeps moving, but no sound comes out of it. Not a peep. Very impressive, says Cassidy, laughing and applauding. I have 3 older brothers, so I really could have used one of those when I was a kid. As a matter of fact, I could still use one. Wait a minute, Bob says. I don't mean to sound suspicious, but how do we know Emily's not just pretending to be unable to speak? I thought you might say that, I say. I call off stage. Tony, would you come out here, please? A man just a little bit older than Bob walks out smiling. Bob looks completely surprised. Tony, it's my brother Tony, everyone. What a wonderful surprise. He gets up and hugs his brother. I hand the sibling silencer to Tony. Then I ask Bob to start talking. No problem there. That's what he does best, Cassidy jokes. Well, I'm not sure what to say, Bob begins. I guess I could tell you about the time Tony's pants ripped right down the middle of his shoop. Bob goes silent. He keeps trying to speak, but no sound comes out of his mouth. Well, here's a first, says Cassidy. This is the longest I think he's ever gone without talking. In a few seconds, Bob's voice returns. That was unbelievable, he says. How did it feel? Cassidy asks. Did it hurt? Not at all, he answers. I just couldn't make any sound. It was the weirdest thing. He picks up one of the boxes. I've got to get one of these things. Payback time, Tony. Me too, says Cassidy. She looks straight into the camera. Watch out, big brothers. I'm coming for you. I hope you enjoyed chapter 11 and finding out who was the mastermind behind these blueprints.